WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for staying up with us tonight. Mississippi's shelter-in-place order will expire Monday, but Governor Tate Reeves plans to make an announcement about the next steps tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, questions remain about when the state should reopen for business. Courtney Ann Jackson explains.
The question of when to reopen for business is one facing every governor across the country.
We are having conversations every single day and 2 and 3 times many days about how quickly we can get our economy back open.
But just a day before, when asked about benchmarks on reopening, Governor Reeves referenced the sharp rise in unemployment.
I believe that number is going to keep going up unless we can reopen our economy.
Sanderson Farms CEO Joe Sanderson agrees.
He has to do that carefully, or you're going to have a spike in illnesses.
As we await when and what that might look like, we know that a group of private sector business leaders will be helping make recommendations to the governor. That commission will be led by Sanderson.
Reminds me of a bit of 2008 when the economy was really bad and people lost their jobs. This is a little worse because people are getting sick and they're losing their jobs. So it's different.
Restaurateur Robert St. John is also a member of the Commission for Economic Recovery. Among the ideas he's hoping will come out of it,
certainly financial solutions for businesses that are currently hurting.
But both he and Sanderson admit there's no playbook on this. St. John was part of the Recovery Commission post-Katrina and says they at least knew the extent of the damage once the storm ended. He says this is different.
We're in uncharted waters. I mean, no one knows. I've been in business 32 years and never seen anything even remotely close to what we're dealing with now. We're going to have to do a lot of problem solving to try to get back to, hopefully where we were.
Courtney Ann Jackson, WCBI News.
We're told that Commission on Economic Recovery will start its discussions tomorrow. Governor Reeves' announcement regarding the shelter-in-place order will be at 9 in the morning. While political and business leaders are discussing the best routes to reopen the nation's economy, millions of Americans are looking for ways to stay afloat until that can happen. Stimulus checks began hitting bank accounts this week, but many of the people who need the money may not get it. Those who have certain debts in collection, including credit card, medical, and private student loans, could find their checks taken by collection agencies. Some state officials are trying to get that loophole closed.
26 attorney generals from across the country have petitioned to have that exemption added, and lawmakers from both sides of the aisle have also stepped forward and asked that provision be added. It's hard to tell if that'll happen. The whole act was passed in a socially distant world. Most things get done in Washington with a handshake and face-to-face contact. And this act was passed in an unheard of manner in a world where we're socially distancing. Hopefully they will resolve this, but we can't count on that.
Some consumer groups say the best thing to do is monitor your account regularly and withdraw the money before the debt collectors can access it. Coroner Greg Merchant confirms Lowndes County's first COVID-19 death. The man died this morning at Baptist Golden Triangle in Columbus. WCBI is told that the patient lived at the Arrington Assisted Living Community and was just diagnosed last week. Earlier this week, the Retirement Community Administration told WCBI no one else in the living center, that is showing any symptoms. They also told us where the person had been living was zoned off, and those living in that part of the building are being quarantined. Lowndes County has 30 confirmed COVID-19 cases. Clay County also has its first COVID-19 death. Clay County Coroner Alan Carter Jr. confirms that a 62-year-old man with underlying health issues died of the virus at OCH Regional Medical Center. That news and the 21 other confirmed cases of coronavirus in the county prompted EMA Director Tori Williams to hold a briefing urging residents to take the disease more seriously. Williams says people don't seem fazed by the epidemic. In fact, a group of people were recently playing basketball at the local park, leading city leaders to remove the hoops from the goals. Williams says one local death is too many.
People need to be aware of things that's going on. This is, you may not think that it happened to you, but this death is in our community. and it's easily spread. You may be okay and your immune system may be okay, but the next person's may not be.
The victim's name has not been released at this time. The coronavirus pandemic has shuttered churches as governors and mayors have discouraged gatherings of more than 10 people. But there are some pastors who are still preaching to members inside the church buildings every week. Riley Martin has more.
Shelter-in-place orders and CDC guidelines and recommendations on social distancing have had no impact on the congregation at New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor Jack Shelton says it's not about defying government authorities. Instead, he says, it's about faith and the freedoms guaranteed in the First Amendment.
You are spiritual beings, each one of you.
Pastor Jack Shelton was holding Wednesday night services from New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church on Facebook Live, and he was also preaching to members sitting in the church pews.
I can't really say how many exactly were here, but I do know it was over 10.
Shelton has been pastor of the Plantersville-based church for 14 years. When the coronavirus began to reach the United States and government leaders started restricting public meetings and events, Pastor Shelton decided not to close the church's doors.
First Amendment states what our rights are as a religious organization. And then when you look at that, when you Google your First Amendment, also look at the governor's oath and what he is obligated to do as relates to the First Amendment. Now, when we look at those things, then we can start putting into question who's abiding by law.
Bishop Clarence Parks, pastor of Temple of Compassion and Deliverance, decided to forego in-person services several weeks ago, opting for online broadcast and drive-in services. Bishop Parks believes it is wise to heed the warnings and recommendations about the coronavirus.
I tell the people, when we talk about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they didn't jump in the fire, they were thrown in the fire. And because they were thrown in the fire, God took care of them. We were thrown into this fire. But so I believe, like they said, God is well able to take care of us.
Pastor Shelton says true faith should erase fears.
Why are we afraid if we have God's power?
Pastor Shelton has been in contact with ministers in other states who have been cited for having in-person church services. Pastor Shelton believes there will be a lot of legal challenges involving these executive orders that have impacted church services and attendance. In Lee County, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Pastor Shelton says no one in his congregation has contracted the coronavirus.
All right, weather-wise, let's advance time really quick. Do you ever want to just fast forward through the day? Watch the clock at the Lowndes County Courthouse and the little hands spinning around as we went throughout the course of the afternoon. We didn't see any clouds in play today, 2 days in a row with no clouds. We are cooling down, mid-40s in Starkville, still mid-50s in West Point with a little bit of a breeze. Lows will be down into the mid-40s. That's probably the worst-case scenario here, so no frost, no freeze. Tomorrow, wow, look at this, mid to maybe upper 70s. A shot at 77 in Columbus and Tupelo, West Point at 76, Starkville 75. So pretty nice here. A lot of sun in the morning. Clouds will gradually filter on in during the day. A little bit warmer down in Meridian and Hattiesburg. Rain possibilities tomorrow night. Storm possibilities as we get into Sunday. More on that coming up.
The death toll from an Easter Sunday tornado outbreak, it continues to climb. 2 more people have died as a result of the twisters. The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency now puts the death toll at 14. MEMA officials say the latest fatalities were from Walthall and Jones counties. Statewide, more than 1,200 buildings were damaged. 33 counties have reported damage to MEMA. Now, right now, these are initial reports, and those numbers are expected to increase. NOXUBEE County is one of those areas cleaning up after the tornadoes. Our Stephanie Poole has been following their recovery process.
Sunday's twister left many families devastated and several people without work. NOXUBEE County EMA Director Corey Brown says damage assessments from the storm are still ongoing.
We get additional reports from the initial findings that we had on the first day. So now I think it's up to like 8 or 9 homes either affected or have some, anywhere from minor to major damage.
Brown says disaster recovery groups and the Red Cross have stepped in to help.
Of course, we have some homeowners who lost everything, and some who suffered pretty substantial damage to their homes and are displaced at the moment. And they were able to help us get, most of the debris and all the trash up within a couple of days. So they were awesome.
Brown says the recovery effort is going well for residents. However, 2 businesses took a big hit and left dozens of people without a job.
They had come up with some very creative and safe ways to mitigate against COVID-19 to keep those employees operational, keep their business operational, and the people employed. It looks like they were going to dodge that bullet, and then Sunday's storm comes through and just put about 90 people out of work.
If you have any damage or need assistance, contact Noxubee County EMA Director. Reporting in Noxubee County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
County leaders are still making assessments for the damage report. All right, we're going to send things back over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. Keith, you've got like a track over there, or the tornado record.
Right, so we had 5 tornadoes here on Sunday.
Man.
The strongest was in Noxubee County, as we just learned about. The strongest in the state on Sunday, this one down here in southern Mississippi near Seminary, 2¼ miles wide, the widest Mississippi tornado on record, and actually now the 3rd widest on record in the lower 48, or the United States for that matter. Crazy, it was devastating. Your full forecast is next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Our parade of storms continues. We just had storms on Easter Sunday. Let's talk about this upcoming Sunday. And if you recall, leading up to last Sunday's event, we had a map very similar to this the middle of last week, where the highest odds were just to our south, and those odds kept gradually shifting back to the north. We hope that's not the case this upcoming Sunday, but we're watching areas along and south of I-20 as being the bullseye as of now. This should be Sunday afternoon and evening, but we're dangerously close. Let me just show you the setup here. We'll have some showers and storms around Sunday morning, just like last Sunday, and then those will tend to go away. There's a warm front in the region, kind of like last Sunday, and then we'll see some afternoon storms develop here south of that warm front, just like last Sunday. Now, the thing is, will this front actually get up here this far north? We'll just wait and see here. The odds favor more of a central and southern Mississippi track at this point, but this is Thursday. We have to get through Friday and Saturday, so things can change. Just be advised. A big batch of rain and storms will move on through the region, and then we'll clear it out as we get into Monday. Again, just like last Sunday. So this is what we do think at this point. Morning, rain and storms in our area, sub-severe. The best bet in the afternoon and evening for widespread severe weather. The highest odds south of I-20 for now. Hail, wind, tornadoes, flooding, all possible in the region. So just have that WCBI News app with you on your mobile device, and just have a way to get some updated weather information tomorrow and the weekend as we lead up to the event. As we mentioned earlier, wow, look at all that blue sky in Columbus and Tupelo, Louisville, Mississippi, and Vernon, Alabama. Notice the shadows growing longer there in Vernon this evening as the sun was setting. It was looking great out there. Hopefully you took advantage. There's Mia getting ready for a great day. We love her. She loves to play around, and we have a great day to be playing around in the backyard. Low 70s by noon, 77, breezy and warm in the afternoon. So not as brilliant blue all day long tomorrow, but we will start off with a blue sky, and then those high to mid-level clouds will move back on in here. We're not going to have that. It is a snow event across the northern plains right now. Yikes. That front right there across Oklahoma and Kansas, that actually is coming our way. Will give us a chance for some rain tomorrow. We wake up clear, cool, temperatures in the 40s by midday, clouds increasing, low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, mid to upper 70s, clouds thicken. We'll have a chance for a few showers here tomorrow night into our early Saturday morning. Those will go away. A good chunk of Saturday's looking good, 60s to low 70s here before that next wave moves on through. We talked about the rain and storms there Sunday morning, sub-severe, but we'll have some downpours around, temperatures in the 50s it looks like. Sunday morning, we'll wait and see what happens there Sunday afternoon. Vanessa will have the update on that on sunrise. Quiet Monday and Tuesday, another chance for severe weather, or at least some storms Wednesday and Thursday.
When we come back, we learn more about some of your most important medical decisions.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Scott Martin.
Welcome back, everyone. We've been learning about the importance of having a living will. Here's more in our Health Talk with Baptist.
Hi, I'm Chaplain Steve Brown with the Pastoral Care Team here at Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle. This week we have been discussing the importance of completing an advanced medical directive. Benjamin Franklin said, "Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today." If he were alive today, he would be the first to suggest that all of us think carefully and plan wisely. Scripture reminds us that there has been appointed a time to be born and a time to die. The time may come when we will be seriously ill and near the end of our lives and cannot communicate our wishes to family and loved ones. The Federal Patient Self-Determination Act requires that all Medicare participating healthcare facilities inquire about and provide information to patients on advance directives. It also requires these facilities to provide community education on advance directives. All healthcare facilities are required to provide information about healthcare decision-making rights, ask all patients if they have an advance directive, educate their staff and community about advance directives, not discriminate against patients based on advance directive status. Don't be another unfortunate statistic. Don't leave your family confused and more emotionally distraught than they already will be. Help your family and help your doctors help you. Start the advanced care planning process today and complete a living will and durable power of attorney for health care. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital Golden Triangle.
To return or not to return, one coach shares his thoughts on what we can expect for college football in the fall. That's next in sports.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Football is at the forefront of all speculation pertaining to when will sports start up again. And there's a lot of difference in opinion on what we might expect for the 2020 season. Some are saying no fans in attendance, others saying maybe teams will play in the spring. Ole Miss head coach KERMIT Davis says not only are we unsure what's going to happen with football, but any sporting event.
I still can't see them bringing college football and college basketball back unless the whole campus comes back, because we are student athletes, you know, and so, but that may be something that they do. That's just my opinion. We're all hoping for the fall, but I can tell you this, Parachute, at least in talking to the people that I've talked to, and it's all speculation, they're going to play college football. I really believe that. Now, when it starts, I don't know, and how that affects basketball, that really hasn't come up yet. I know one thing, if that happened, college basketball could definitely exist when college football does, because it does for about a month anyway now, you know, and so if that had to happen, I'm sure everybody could figure out scheduling aspects for college basketball, could play, you know, right with college football.
Starting Monday, April 20th, Division I programs will be able to have a little bit more normalcy. The NCAA announced that all Division I coaches will be allowed to hold team meetings for up to 8 hours per week. These meetings will be virtual and can include non-physical countable activities such as film review and chalk talks. The Southeastern Conference implemented virtual coaching on March 30th, originally for only up to 2 hours. For Ole Miss men's basketball head coach KERMIT Davis, no travel, no problem. Davis has stayed hot on the virtual recruiting trail for the spring signing period, picking up some of the nation's hottest talent. The Rebels welcome top 5 grad transfer Demencio Vaughn and 6'8" forward Robert Allen this week. Davis says he's been looking for the right players to better round out his current squad, and both Vaughn and Allen fit that mold.
We needed toughness. We needed rim protection. We needed another really, really good shooter. Brian Tyree was such a terrific talent, but did we rely too much on Brian? We sure did. So, you know, our teams need to get more balanced. And so those are the things that we looked for. And we really thought we got rim protection and toughness around the goal with Robert. And then with Demencio, just a guy that can play multiple positions, but he almost shot 40% from 3. So to add a shooter like that was good value to us.
Ole Miss women's basketball also adding an official transfer. Former Maryland forward Shakira Austin joins Coach Yolette McPhee-McQuinn's squad. Austin competed on 2 Big Ten championship teams and leaves the Terps averaging 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. The 6'5" forward is the second addition Ole Miss adds during the spring signing period. The Rebels added JUCO shooting guard Taya Douglas on Wednesday. The college basketball moves continue, including this one. EMCC guard Dante Powers signs to continue his career with Sam Houston State. The Starkville native averaged 9 points, 2 rebounds per game during his 2 seasons with the Lions. This past season alone, Powers was EMCC's second leading scorer. He averaged 13 points per game, shooting 86% at the line. That's it for sports. We'll have more for you when we come back. Stay with us.
All right, here's our 7-day forecast in case you missed it. Tomorrow, your Friday, we get ready for the weekend here on a pretty nice sunny cloud, 77. Now, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night into early Saturday, we may have a few showers around. Sunday, rain and storms likely here in the morning. We'll wait and see in the afternoon if we're going to have any storms in the latter part of the day, but some of those could be intense in the region. More storms possible as we get into the middle of next week. So it's our active weather season's coming.
Yeah, how many days left you said earlier for our technical?
Probably about 30 more days and we're done with it for a while.
Yeah, we're done. Thanks,
Right.
Steve. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.